Yeah, again, didn't meet the standard today. You know, our standard is to start fast and finish strong, and we didn't do either one of those two things. And we're still able to come away with a pretty good win. And so for us, you know, nobody in the locker room is excited about how we played, but we overcame some adversity, early adversity, which kind of showed me that we're the type of team that I thought we could be. We battled back after a slow start. Didn't see anybody panic. Saw us kind of keep plugging away. Our defense really held them in check, minus the first drive and that last drive. And now we've got a quick turnaround on us with Virginia coming into the shell Friday night, which forces everything up a day early for us. And so we've got to, instead of the 24-hour turnaround, we've got to kind of enjoy it now, get recovered. As a coaching staff, we got to put this one to bed pretty quickly and start our preparation for UVA, who comes in here again on Friday. And I know, again, our team isn't excited about how we played. I was really glad to see us come and fight through the adversity together. And it kind of showed me, like I said, that we are that type of team. And what we got to do now is clean up some of the stuff that hurt us early in the game. Some poor decisions there, the couple of interceptions, the turnovers. You know, those are all things that we can get corrected, and we'll need to get corrected pretty quickly. With that, I'll open it up for questions.
Mike, the way that you guys were able to run the football in the second half, could you address what the keys were, what allowed you guys to do that, and then Roman Hemby's second half as well?
Yeah, I mean, we played with pretty good tempo. I don't know, you know, they didn't have a lot of depth. We knew that going in. Our plan was to try to play with tempo, and I think what happened is we continued to just stick with the run game. We laid on them. In the first half, I thought we missed a couple of reads there by the running backs, and a couple of times we weren't on the right people. Josh did a good job continuing to come back to it, even though it wasn't pretty early. And I think at the end of the day, we kind of wore them down. And, you know, like I said, it's usually about us more than it is about the other team.
You mentioned, obviously, just, you know, wanting to start fast. And obviously when Charlotte went up 14, you guys, I think it was 6 consecutive punts and then a pair of turnovers before that late touchdown. Did you feel like you saw anything in the defense that maybe clicked, or that you guys were able to adjust to what they were doing?
No, I mean, again, you know, we threw the pick 6 there. They had drop 8 coverage. The DM was walked outside of the flat guy. It was a poor decision on our quarterback's part to throw it there. The ball should have went inside. Like I said, they didn't do anything that we didn't expect. I just thought that they came out and played a little harder, played a little smarter. You know, Biff had his team ready to play. Obviously, they came in with a little chip on their shoulder. When you have guys that used to be here, this was a big game for those guys coming back home, and I got to give credit to Biff and his staff for starting fast the way they did.
Mike, you had Billy Edwards go in some of those short yardage situations. What does he bring for you guys in those quarterback sneak situations? And I guess how big was the first drive of the second half when he scored on 4th down, and also the play when he fumbled and Roman picked up the ball and got the first down?
I mean, you just asked like 6 questions. I don't know which one you want me to answer first, but you know, obviously in the short yardage situation with Leah, we're trying to minimize the extra hits that he took or he takes. Billy's a bigger body. You know, obviously it's something that we've practiced and put in. It's, you know, the push play where we get a bigger body, try to create an apex. You know, the first time the ball kind of squirted through there, we were very fortunate to come up, but it was that type of night, man. And you know, the best thing about it was that as bad as things played out for us, that we still found a way to win. We still found a way to kind of not lose it. And I've seen this team kind of lose it in the past where we start off slow and it just is a snowball. But these guys stuck together and fought through. Billy adds a different element because of his size and also to take some of the hits off of Leah.
Hey, Coach. For a performance where you guys put up over 500 yards of offense, did it feel a little bit shaky on offense, like you talked about, you know, the fumble from Billy, the picks, you know, was it just kind of like a weird thing at times on the sideline?
I mean, very weird to be down 14-0 with 3 minutes in the game. The game's only 3 minutes old, so definitely not how we envisioned starting. Again, you know, the drop coverage there for the big play. The quarterback broke contain, and we dropped coverage on defense there. And then the very next play to throw the pick. And, you know, both those plays are things that We have to do better. I mean, it wasn't a scheme thing that they got a guy open because they schemed us. It comes down to us being able to get the calls from the sideline and then also execute the way we design things to be executed.
Hey, Mike.
What's up?
Going into the room at halftime, only 3 field goals and going in down with a deficit, did you talk a lot about the player, the culture? Were there certain guys that stepped up and, as you said, we're not playing to our standard, let's change this in the second half?
Yeah, all those veteran guys, you know, the Jay Sean Joneses of the world, the DJ Glazes. You know, I saw freshmen. I mean, I looked up and Dylan Wade, who didn't maybe play as much as he played a week ago, but I saw him as a young guy all up and down the sideline saying, let's get it going. And so, you know, we need tough games like that. I'd rather us not do it here at home. I'd rather us kind of play to our standard and not be up and down the way we were today. And what we've got to do now is, like I said, get this behind us quickly and figure out what went wrong and then make the necessary adjustments with Virginia coming in here Friday night.
You alluded to it a little bit there, but how do you balance when it comes to the message to the team, balance, like you said, not playing to your standard versus, you know, coming out with a win kind of at all costs?
Yeah, again, you know, these guys understand. Nobody in that locker room, it wasn't necessarily a celebration. I think it was more or less we did what we needed to do to win the game, but I think we all know that we didn't play up to our standard, and, you know, this is their team. I saw a bunch of guys when things were going downhill early. I saw leadership on the sideline. I didn't see panic. You know, we oftentimes talk about not playing to a scoreboard. I don't think I saw anybody looking at the scoreboard with the, oh, here we go again look that I've seen around here the last 3 to 4 years. And to me, it's a testament to the locker room and the type of culture we have. With that being said, we still got to go do the work. And I prefer us to start fast and then finish strong the way we've set out to do it. And we've got to get that part fixed.
Coach, what did you make of the growth of the offensive line? I think you still had 8 guys out there. And some of those combinations really opened some holes.
Yeah, I thought, again, we wore them down. You know, I thought we finally got hat on hats. Roman did a really good job of reading it the second half. A couple of times I thought he left some yardage on the field early in the first half where he kind of pumped it up in there and the ball should have maybe sunk a little bit in there. But I thought we did a good job of continuing to press on them with the run game today, and the run game opened up some things for us down the field.
Hey, Coach.
What's up, Taylor?
You talked a lot in the preseason about Big Ten championships, and you feel this team is ready for that. Is a win like today's, where you go down early, you don't have everything clicking, is a win like this a win that teams of that caliber can do?
You know, I've been in a couple of games here like this where we didn't do the necessary things to get it right before the end of the game. And today I saw us take steps forward, you know, playing from behind against a good team. Like I said, I didn't see anybody panic. I didn't see anybody looking at the scoreboard with big eyes. We knew kind of what we did wrong. We knew what we needed to get corrected. I thought we did a good job in the second half, especially on the offensive side of the ball, with saying, hey, here's the things that we can do well. These are the things we need to get accomplished. And we went out and did just that. You know, the first drive of the second half was key to it, and we continued to lay on them and run the ball.
Hey, Coach. Kobe had 8 carries in the second half. Antoine, I don't think had any kind of what was the reasoning behind that? I think after the personal foul penalty, Antoine didn't see the field again. Was that kind of a message you wanted to send to him?
All I know is that we have a standard, and I'm tired of dumb penalties. I'm tired of us doing stuff after the whistle. You know, a week ago I dealt with, you know, we had an offsetting penalty on special teams that he was involved with. We're down at the 4-yard line, and we get a personal foul because of being emotional. And I said the only way you fix stuff like that is by what happened today. You put him on the bench. Kobe gets the opportunity. He takes advantage of the opportunity. To me, that's how we're going to play this thing. And if guys don't play to our standard, if we're going to have the dumb penalties, you're going to be on the bench.
Okay, sorry, I thought you didn't say my name. What was there one play that helped kind of inspire, I guess, maybe the comeback or the turnaround and getting the offense going?
No, very few times is it one play. I think it was a combination of, you know, us continuing to run the football. I thought the one thing that did give us energy was just a basic inside zone play where Roman got hit at about 4 yards after gaining 4 yards. and we ended up with 2nd and 1 because we got pushed, and I saw the style of play by our offensive line kind of pushing the pile, and to me, that just let me know that I told Josh after that play, let's keep handing that thing off. I think the O-line is starting to get it, and so, to be able to run the ball in the second half the way we did, I thought was the catalyst, and then obviously the way our defense continued to play and getting off the field on 3rd down.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
What's up, man?
So this was a special lights-out game for you guys. I mean, the crowd was electric. How would you say it affected your team's performance tonight?
How would I feel?
If it affected, if it played a factor, just pumping your team up, I guess.
Well, I mean, I would hope that we don't have to have external things to pump us up. Being down 14 points, being down at home is enough to pump us up. I know it had me pumped up in terms of making sure that our players understood that, we ain't going to watch the scoreboard. We got to get back to our standard, which is to be able to execute at a high level in all 3 phases. And I think, to me, that more than anything played a role. Is just our execution got cleaned up, and I saw a lot of guys giving great effort.
Yeah, Coach, how does dealing, with adversity early in the season and kind of help mold you guys as the season goes on? Last year against SMU, kind of similar game, you pulled that one out. So just as the season wanes on, how does a game like this kind of help mold you guys in, when Big Ten play comes into factor?
Yeah, I think anytime, when you play from behind, it develops a character. It also reveals character, and I hope what it revealed for us is that, we're one of those teams that when we talk about not looking up and not flinching and not worrying about the score until the end of the game, all those things I did see. Those were the bright spots of what this team was able to do today. But to me, I'd rather, like I said, execute better, start faster, making sure that when we come out with the right type of energy and enthusiasm. And then for me, the 4th quarter finish is the key to, and I really didn't like how we finished in the 4th quarter. Had opportunities to get off the field. We missed some tackles. We blew a coverage at the end. Those are the things that we got to get corrected pretty quickly here with Virginia coming in town on Friday. Thanks, guys.